Good YouTube, this IQ Domino come back at y'all with another motherfucker bang of a video. Now today we're gonna be going over the things that actually make a man one more attractive. First of all, these guys like to do things like semen retention and distance some stuff for women and not making contact with women and not wanting to text, women at all. They want to wait days to text women and they want to do all these things to seem more appealing to a woman. But this is the reality of that, man, is that when you're doing that, you're kind of doing yourself more damage than good. And the reason being isn't because the results you might produce, it's because the damage you do to yourself when it comes down to actually being with that woman in real time and letting the time play out the way you think. You're going to think in a way that's going to cause you to be less attractive in the long run. That's going to make you more have bitch tendencies in the long run. A lot of guys, they get women early on, and later on down the line they end up losing them because they're pretending to be this way. So we're gonna really dive into that a little bit, and I'm gonna tell y'all the disbeliefs, and we're gonna tell y'all the things that's gonna help y'all in the long run down the line. But right now I just want y'all to understand, man, acting like you're emotionally distant from a woman does not make you more attractive to a woman. Guys who cannot talk about the way they feel, guys who cannot communicate and express their feelings to somebody, it does not make you more attractive. All right, and honestly, in some ways, it kind of makes you able to be disrespected in some ways. You know what I'm saying? So the reason why I say that, a lot of guys, man, they don't like to say that what they like, what they don't like, and they always think to themselves, well, she should know how I think, and she should know how I feel. She know that this shit is fucked up. Let me tell y'all, man, some of these women live on disrespect. Like, they live their whole life disrespecting people. it's the norm for them, so when they get in the presence of you, a lot of times it's up to you to correct them. You know what I'm saying? And tell how you feel, what you like, what you don't like, what's irritating you, what you like. And a lot of times the reason why it's so damaging is because a lot of guys have good women around them, women who are willing to listen to them. But at the end of the day, they ain't really willing to actually tell them about the way they feel. You know what I'm saying? And some women, they need to understand the way you feel so they can have a reasoning to move different. If it's irritating you, if you don't like it, or it's making you feel a certain way, or it's making you think a certain way from the way that they making you feel. You know what I'm saying? And doing that sometimes is evident because they need to see you for who you are. Your emotions are a part of who you are, whether you like it or not. It's who you are. You know what I'm saying? And also, the benefit of that is that you're gonna know what they like and what they don't like because they're gonna feel comfortable expressing it to you, one. But two, you can tell them things that you like and they would do it more often. You know what I'm saying? If you tell them things that's a way of encouraging them to be more comfortable. Like if they tell certain jokes and you might act in a way that says like, okay, well, I'm comfortable, I like the way that you tell jokes. I like the way you joke around. I like the way you dress. You look good for me today. I like that. You know what I'm saying? I like a woman in a black dress and you wore that for me. I guess you're trying to rile me up a little bit. You expressing the way your emotions are, what's going on with you, inside of you, is very intriguing to a woman. You know what I'm saying? Because she wants to understand you in that way. You feel me? And when she does, she automatically gonna move off of what you like and what you don't like because you have already put it in her mind of the ways that you feel. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta keep all this shit in mind, that y'all thinking that this should make you less attractive, but those emotions is honestly are things that a woman would think about when she's not around you. You know what I'm saying? So y'all gotta keep in mind that emotions is not a bad thing. Another thing, NoFap and semen retention does not really benefit you when it comes down to attracting a woman. Listen, man, I'm gonna tell y'all a story. I've done NoFap for years. Semen retention for years. When I was doing NoFap, I wouldn't even get at one point, I wasn't even getting no pussy. You know what I'm saying? I was just doing NoFap, wasn't getting nothing, nothing was happening. I wasn't shooting my shot, I wasn't doing any of that. I wasn't any more confident in the reality. I felt more confident. I felt better about myself, but I wasn't really moving in a confident way while on semen retention. You know what I'm saying? I did more things. I put myself in situations more often, but I kind of interacted the same way. And a lot of that just has to do with the game that I really did learn. Once I learned the game of confidence, once I learned how to express my thoughts, when I learned how to express the way I feel, once I learned how to express the way my perspective, and I was just comfortable in expressing that. That's what made me more comfortable and get more women. That's what made me more impactful on just living my life more than semen retention. I do believe semen retention gives you energy, but in me doing that, I didn't really get more women. I didn't get more women. I just did more shit, you know, and I had more energy. But I still thought the same. I still felt the same. Like deep down, I still felt the same. And I still saw the world the same way. You know, I did not really make any real changes. So in that way, when I actually started talking to women, I wasn't more attractive. You know what I'm saying? Actually, it was to the point where I might be expressing my thoughts to a woman back even when I was doing semen retention, but I didn't really, you know, I wasn't working on myself. I was just doing semen retention, like in a mental way, expressing my thoughts and practicing and talking to people. When I wasn't doing that, it didn't really change, you know. It was so bad to the point where even when I did semen retention and I would be expressing my thoughts and women would start feeling me, I would stop talking to them, man. Like, cause I'd be like, man, I don't want to ruin this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was that bad. You know, I just didn't really have any real confidence. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't really make you more or less attractive, because I've gotten pussy, I've beat my meat, and women still find me attractive. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course I'm good looking, but it's really the way I speak. You know what I'm saying? It's really the way I express myself, that I come from a real place when I talk. So that's what really make a woman really fuck with me, is just that I know how to express myself. You know, when you know how to express yourself to a woman, that's very attractive. That's why I'm telling y'all, like, y'all expressing y'all feelings. And I'm not telling y'all to talk about y'all problems and be a bitch and, like, you know, just dwell on y'all problems and shit, and dwell on the way y'all feel. I'm not telling y'all to do that, but it's like there's no problem in you expressing the way you feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's you know, it's levels to this. But at the end of the day, you know, that's another thing. I believe I said that semen retention, that, and I believe I'm missing something else. I believe I'm missing something else. What's another thing that guys believe? Oh, guys believe that they have to text a woman all day, and the reality of it is that the more space you have in between, the more she thinks about you, and she hates the fact that she think about you, but that's what really makes her attracted to you. The guys that she can text a little bit, and they text her all day, and she ain't got to put that much energy into it, those are the guys that she like, damn, do you really have a life? And she does not feel like that you can lead her and living a better life, because you kind of need her. She feels like you need her, and that's not very attractive, because you a needy guy. I mean, we all had I remember I had this one guy, man, and I remember, you know, no shade or nothing like that, but I remember when I saw him, he was a fresh guy. He was, you know, he had the white tee, he had the Jordans, he had the green hat. He was just a fly guy. He was fly. To me, he was very fly. And you could tell that women were attracted to him. They act like they didn't like him, you know, but you can really tell that a lot of women were attracted to him when we were at this little kickback or whatever. But the thing that made him not attractive was that it got to a point where everybody act like they did not like him. They wish they did. If you read between the lines of what they were saying, you know, you're a good listener, you can tell they did like him. But he just behaved in a way where they just stopped liking him, because he kept trying to get in their face. He kept trying to get their validation. He kept trying to, and he was just naturally attractive, you know what I'm saying? He was naturally getting the women, but I seen the appeal die just from him wanting to be around them and him wanting to get their say-so on things, you know, about the way he felt, about the way he thought, you know what I'm saying? He wanted to get other people say-so on the way that he moved all the time, to the point where he would just be in their face like crazy, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, because he needed that validation, he needed that attention. And that's what happened with a lot of women. You know, a lot of women, when they tell that y'all moving like that, y'all texting them all day, y'all calling them all day, I don't want to be in their face all day, it kind of come off like, damn, this nigga need me, you know what I'm saying? And now she about to venture off and go fuck with other guys, because she not really thinking about you no more. You forcing her to think about you. You want her to think about you on her own. You want her to want you. And if she really wants you, she gonna text you, she gonna call you, you know what I'm saying? She gonna see what's going on with you. And that's how it goes, you know? You can't really move off of other people all the time. It's just how it goes. But yeah, those are like a few things that guys believe that makes them attractive, but they don't. But another thing is that whenever me personally, we used to text women all day, and I used to, you know, try to have conversations with them back to back to back all day. And the moment I stopped trying to do that is the moment where I started getting those results of women wanting to text me all day, women wanting to see me. And it was crazy because just off me texting them less and getting straight to the point more of, listen, I want to get on the phone with you. You know, listen, I want to set up a date. Listen, I want to see you today. Listen, what you got going on, I want to see you today. Or just expressing what's going on in my thoughts, expressing the way I feel, expressing my perspective on things, and then just leaving it at that. You kind of can give her more, she will be more in tune with what's going on. And then after y'all meet, fuck around and all that, that's when y'all can actually communicate it that way, where y'all texting more often because y'all have a better connection with each other. But off that, bro, besides that, she has to just like you for the way you look, or just a little bit of conversation, and she can decide whether or not she really want to fuck with you off that. But besides that, if she don't want to fuck with you, she just not gonna want to fuck with you. The time not gonna matter, the situation not gonna matter. You know what I'm saying? Nothing matters if she don't like you. It don't matter how much money you give her. It don't matter. None of that shit matters. If she don't like you, it does not matter, bro. So that's what it comes down to, bro. It's a lot of things that guys believe that make them more attractive, and it really doesn't. It really doesn't. You know what I'm saying? If you're a confident guy, you know how to express yourself, you rely on yourself, you believe in yourself, and you move off yourself, and you constantly work on yourself, and you're trying to test yourself, growing every day, discovering new things every day about yourself, you're attractive. Why? Because you're attracted to yourself. You're really looking at you, and you focusing on you so much that you make other people want to focus on you. It's just, you know, and that's just how it goes. There are going to be winners and there are going to be losers. You just got to focus on yourself to the point where you going to be a winner to you, you know? And if you see yourself as a winner, it don't matter what nobody else say, and that's when you know you're in that goal zone, because other people don't matter, bro. It's all about you. And that's what really make an attractive man an attractive man. Now, of course, there's more to the game, and I got the Patreon, so y'all can actually develop yourself and become this man, and I guide y'all and give y'all the lessons that y'all need to guarantee that y'all get there. But outside of that, man, that's really it. So I hope y'all taking notes. I hope y'all watch this video more than once so y'all can actually get it, man. Get this video to 50 likes. And I'm going to see y'all when I see y'all, man. Peace.